Welcome to Judy's Mind Body. Today we're going to be starting with Qigong, slowly moving. And then after about 30 minutes, we'll come into Tai Chi Chih, 19 movements and one pose, which is a very slow Tai Chi form. So we begin with Qigong because it actually opens up the whole body and the breath. The breath is always the background of everything we do. If we want to move, we have to breathe in first. If we want to say something and be heard, that takes an intake of breath. Largely when the diaphragm moves down and you inhale through the lungs and the lungs move down, that puts compression on the lower contents of the abdomen. And that's why we feel this breath here as we inhale up or triple burner and exhale down through 3 Dantiens or energy centers, which are the head, that's 3, the heart and lungs, that's 2, and the abdomen, and that's 1. And that actually figures into the breath. So here's your inhale expansion. Here's your slow contraction on the exhale. And ideally, we breathe in through the nose and we exhale through the mouth with the tongue on the upper palate, right by the upper teeth. The lower teeth are just simply relaxed and down. So there is a slight opening in the mouth, which is the Qigong breath. There's also an inhale through the nostrils. And each one of these Qigong forms, ideally that we're doing, this first one being triple burner, can be done 5 to 9 times. I like 9 because it's the noble Chinese number declared by one of the emperors. And it makes sense to me because if you think about it and you inhale now after you drop down, it counts like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you can keep going on the exhale here. It's a very slow inhale, but it's also a very, very much slower exhale. And we'll close that to come into our next Qigong move. Coming up here on the inhale. Slowly come down and around on the exhale. And through the center of the body here on the inhale. And push the world up into the sky on the exhale. And we have Buddha picks up the earth. A wonderful Qigong move that comes through the center body and sends the energy up into the sky on the exhale. Of changing the world, maybe inhaling here. So we'll make that 3 and we'll do 2 more of these. Buddha picks up the earth. Beautiful, looks great, you guys. You're all getting the feeling here. If you cannot drop, anybody cannot bring their shoulders up this high, you can modify it for yourself. So everything can be modified if you have some sore place in your body. And that's why this is perfect for seniors. Inhale 1 more and we'll exhale. So for example, if someone has a friend of yours can only come up to here and push out to there, just have the friend modify it to there. It doesn't have to go all the way up, but you could also bring it all the way up to really high. You have all those options, which is the beauty to me of Qigong, is that you take care of your own body and modify accordingly. And now we'll exhale down. So we have 3 ways of moving with this form, which is coming up to the middle Dantien, the heart here. And then The third option at the head on the inhale and exhaling down slowly to the primary option, which is at the abdomen here. And all the breath is going to actually start connecting here through there. So now we're going to open up for the accordion. This is almost as if you were an accordion or concertina. Inhale out, and then slowly exhale back to the center, bringing in all the folds of that concertina or accordion, and then opening up again. Inhale, expand. This is a linear expansion, and it is an expansion of this whole torso here. And come back. And start feeling the breath through the nostrils and with your tongue on the upper palate, right next to the upper teeth. Slightly open your mouth. And one more of the accordion. The expansion and the contraction. And now we're going to send it towards the earth and rest on globes of energy right here. The palms facing down, rounded, fingers open. You want to really feel that the fingers are not ever tight, but that you've got a rounding here, right there. Okay, so now we go from that into heaven and earth. You're going to come up with this arm and down with this arm. And now up with this arm and down with that one. Heaven, inhaling up, earth, exhaling down. Inhale, center, heaven, maybe facing towards your left, and earth, facing towards your right. You can change this up any way you like. And you also don't have to go that high. You could go just part way. Depends on, this is actually a maximum extension up here where you're coming up like this. And one more of heaven and earth. Good. Now we're going to bring the palms up into a V like this, if that's good for you. And we're going to do a feet out in a V here, which is rider on horse position. And you're going to bring this arm down here for a side bend on one side, and let the hand move right down towards the knee on the inside seam of your body there. And then come up again on the inhale here. And you're going to start down on the other side, side bending. The feet out in a V like this allow for a good feeling of connection to the earth. And come up once again here and sink it down towards the earth. Very good. Okay. And then the next one we're going to do is the propeller. It's a spinal twist. I've been preferring to do this first with students with the arms slightly bent here, so that you're picking up a bowl as you would in yoga, more likely than locking the arms out there. And you're going to pretend that there's feathers in there. Inhale, breathe in through the nostrils, and also through the mouth. And then extend it over here and blow the feathers out. In a spinal twist. You exhale on the spinal twist as you move to the back, and you inhale center, and then you twist to the opposite side. And notice how the feet are staying in place in rider on horse position, but the body itself is moving from the hip, the middle body, the shoulder, the head, and the eyes. You can see around as if you were a bird, like a parrot. They can see this 3/4 turn here. And come back to center. And the other way would be the propeller here, to just keep the arms up, and you can move the same way. Okay, let's shake it out. Shake out is a typical Qigong move. You start shaking from the feet, come through the knees, come through the middle body and the shoulders, and you just let it go. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to pick up a feather and let it go. This starts introducing the weight shift here. So you're going to bend this knee, which becomes the yawn leg, and you're going to straighten the one in back, and just hold your toe down there. Pick up a feather and let it go, flattening the palm down, exhaling down. And again, pick it up and see what's on your wall here and paint it down with a flattened palm. And then look back at it. How did you do? Inhale up. Exhale down. You're touching the thumb and the forefinger together when you come up. So that's the picking up a feather part of it. And the letting it go part is when you flatten the palm and come back to look at the wall. And if you really do a beautiful job with this, you can feel that you're shifting forward. The back leg is extending. As you come down, that front knee, which was bent a little bit, can release, and you get a yin effect here with the toe coming up in the front. So come back here and just feel that foot as it wants to come back and release the toe in front. And one more. If you're taking things slowly, that's what I love about Qigong. You keep discovering new things about how the body works together through all of its joints. And one more here. Good. Looks great. That's your inhale, and this is your exhale coming down. Good. Let's do it on the other side. The same slowness, okay? I like to have my toes already moving towards this wall so that when I pick up the feather here, I can directly connect there with my whole body. And then the toe comes up pretty easily in front. And we'll do 3 more, really moving slowly. But notice how we're really warming up the feet. Because when we do this, you can feel all the points of the foot as you move forward and back. So enjoy that, relish that, especially if you're in bare feet. Good, let's come back, let it go. Now we're going to move into some more aerobic types of things before we move towards the slow again. So we're going to do knocking at the gates, and the gates are really moving towards your buttocks back there as you move on kind of a twist here, right? So you're twisting over this way, twisting over that way, and you're sliding on the front ball of the foot, releasing the heel. So the gates now are back here. And now we're going to move it up to the kidney area, which is just thinking about the area just above the waist. So this is where you have to make sure you're long in the spine so that you're not folding forward at all and there's no weight over the knee. Lengthen through the spine. Good. Kidneys. Great. Now we're going to stand still with our feet out there in this V, and we're going to just punch this, not punch it, but tap it fairly vigorously here at the lung points. And then we'll come down with the forward here, folding forward from the hips, and then round the back to come all the way over slowly on the exhale. And now bring the backs of the palms together like this. Really slowly up. Inhale. And then watch how long you are on your spine before you start down. Inhale, and now start exhaling down. Fold forward from the hips, flat back, and now round and let go. And you may not get all the way in front of the feet, but eventually you'll get at least partway. Inhale up. Fold forward from the hips, flat back, and now round the back and move down to the front. And you can just really actually feel that you're draping those fingers in front of the toes, probably. And if not, don't worry about it. Come back up again, inhale, and let go. Okay, so now we're going to go down and we're going to tap. So that's a safe way of bringing you over, and then you can tap. Now you're going to need to bend the knees as you bring them out, your feet out, and tap the inside of the legs and the outside, and come back up here to the middle body and up here to the chest. And now we're going to bring the palm down here on this top of this arm and back up again. Tapping is a way of bringing the chi, or your intrinsic energy, full forward into the skin and fascia, blood vessels. And besides, it's fun. It's fun to give yourself a massage, right? You're giving yourself kind of a Thai massage here. Okay, to extend that idea of the Thai massage, fold forward again, and you're going to bring your hands like monster hands and walk down. So I'm using a claw here, but I've cut my fingernails somewhat. So you're coming down like this, and you're coming back up. And in Thai massage, you're tapping into the body with the flesh of the front of the fingers, just the ends of the fingers. So long nails don't work. And you're going to tap down here with monster hands. I call them monster hands because they're like that. Kids make monster hands. And then come inside, across, down, and try going over again. But bend your knees first and bring this down. And then walk up your legs with those hands, like fairly strongly. Good. Up here, really tap in like this, the hands like this. Yes, it can be not so rapid, but you want to really feel that you're entering inside the skin there. Good. And you can go all the way up here around the shoulder area and back. Good. Shake it out. And we're going to do circling of the joints next. So you're going to start with the owl, which is a very slow spinal twist. Not. It's more of the head twist. The head's going to move, but the rest of the body is just like here. And you're going to bring your hands behind you like this, and that'll hold the shoulders down. And as you move the head towards your right, inhale, and then exhale on the twist of the head. And the head is moving towards the shoulder there above it. And you're going to come back with your chin parallel to the floor. Inhale, and then the head moves to the left. And around as far as is comfortable for you. Two more of these. The owl. The owl is surveying. And the eyes are actually, for the owl, the surveillance is happening from what we call the third eye in yoga, which is right in the center of the forehead. So inhale forward and look from this point there, right in the center of the forehead. And then inhale here and then exhale to the other side. And one more slow one to the left. And back to center. Okay, which brings us to circling of the joints. So we're going to bring our chin to the chest and inhale this ear move to the right and around, and then to the left. Okay, inhale center, chin to the chest. Then move the ear over that shoulder to your right and back to the left. 3 times, really slow. So that's 1. Here's 2. Qigong is slow, circular, it moves from the center, and this is 3. Beautiful. Now, just when you get there, take a couple deep breaths to make sure that you're relaxed. You might want to bring the palms back here to keep the shoulders down because you're going to be breathing from this area here in the middle body and low body. Inhale first and bring the chin to the chest and go to the left and around. So this is counterclockwise. We just did clockwise first by moving to the right. And often we'll find that one side works better than another. And then we don't give up. We just keep on working with it over time. All right, so that's the circular movements of the head. And now we're going to bring the attention to the shoulders, inhaling forward, up, back and down. And this is another place where if the shoulders don't want to come up towards the ears, just make your circles lower. So you can modify all this to go all the way up here and around, if that feels good to you. We'll do 3 more of the shoulder rolls, forward, up, back, and down. And that'll be the 3rd right there. And now we're going to come back up, forward and down. Here's the exhale. And now you've actually opened up the back, but you've closed the front. So it's very important to feel that change. Back, up, forward and down. Good. And now we'll go the opposite way, just to end. I like to always end my circles of the shoulders with the feeling that I sent the shoulder blades down the back, because that opens up my chest. But you can do this any number of ways. Good. And the other thing you can do here is to bring the fingers back here inside where the shoulders go up and then come around like this in a spinal twist. Inhale there. Exhale over there. And the elbows are pretty level with the earth here. Good. Now we're going to do a little more with the shoulders by doing a big, nice crawl stroke and letting the feet go back there, almost as if we were some kind of fish with fins back there. Let those feet go. So this is like our crawl stroke in really, really rough water, right? But you want to keep the feet so that they could actually kick. And you're sliding on that back ball of the foot, releasing the heel. Crawl stroke. Good. Come back to center. Let's inhale and just release it here for a second. And now we're going to do the backstroke. And you're now on a raft or something really where you're not working very hard. You're just sort of letting this go. And the body, the rest of the body is stable. It's relaxing that arm, almost letting it come up and let it go. Up, let it go. Not working too hard. Good. Now, next we'll do the breast stroke. So let's stop for a second. We'll inhale here. We'll push out with your one hand behind and push out the water. Exhale. And now you're going to use your core. Inhale, say swish. Swish. Feel that in your core? Swish. And one more of those. Breaststroke. Swish. Good. So that accomplishes some of our work here with the joints and with the breath. And now I would like to go to the hips. So forward with the hips, right, back, and left, and back to front. Inhale, right, back, left, front, and keep the spine long, even while you're doing this. And free your knees so that they can move with this. And your hips. And you might want to put your thumbs on your hip bones here so that you make sure that you've got space right here between that and the rib cage. Because one thing that happens with the older body is we start bending over too much. Okay, coming forward, now to your left, back, and right. Inhale and exhale as needed. Just a nice, easy breath on this. But feeling all 4 points of forward, left, back, right. Good. We'll do one more of these hip circles. And then we're going to bring the feet in together. Fold forward from the hips, flat back. Inhale first. Exhale here with the flat back. Take hold of your knees, bend them a little bit. And you're going to come around forward, right, back, left. Very slowly, because Qigong ultimately should be done slowly. It's not really aerobic. It's awareness work is what it is. Awareness of your body and your mind and your focus. Good. Now you're going to fold forward from the hips, slide down your shins with your index finger and the third finger towards your ankles, and then open up the legs and come back up for the fountain, which we did a lot of with a forward bend before. Inhale. We're going to inhale for some Italian vowels. Ready? Inhale. Aha. Aha. Good. Aho. Other side. Aho. Good. Center. Ahi. Inhale. Ahi. Ahi. And ahu, like it's a ghost. Ahu. And all that is part of warming up. Your voice needs to warm up, both the head voice and the mid voice, which a lot, especially women now, are using this voice here. It's much deeper than it was. So yes, you're going to do Tarzan here as both a regular Tarzan. Then you're going to bring it up into a Tarzan on steroids, which is use the most important head voice you have. Good. Now we're going to just release all of that as ghosts. Ahoo. Hey. Hey. He. Think little kids. He. Aha. Aha. And let it go. Good. Now we're going to come into the yoga prayer. Inhale up. When you come down the body, keep your hands touching. That's the prana as you exhale down. When you get to here, let it go with the energy. Inhale. Exhale slowly down. And now we come to the chi. That's prana is when the palms touch. Chi is when they don't. It's when the legung points between the palms touch by thought, but not by actual touch. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale slowly down in the chi. These palms points right here are legung points. And if you watch them and you put your attention to them, the palms start to turn red. because of the focus that you're giving them, which is increasing your circulation to your most outer points, the fingers and the toes. So think about your toes too. And now, just for fun, come back to the yoga prayer, and we're going to do a spinal twist with that. You'll have to have your feet together now. This is a little bit for testing balance for all of us. It's not that easy. You're going to bring your crown of your head up by a string from the back of the skull. That connects it down through thoracic, lumbar spine down to here. And of course, this is the cervical spine here, right here at the neck. So you want to connect all of that. We're going to inhale here, and we're going to twist what you're on the balls of the feet towards your right. Inhale first. This is the yoga prayer twist. And exhale as you move around to look behind you and to bring the hips and upper body, the shoulders and the head and your vision to the far right. Come back to center on the inhale with your spinal twist. And twist very slowly after you inhale first to your left. And then back to center and let it go. Tadasana, mountain pose. Tadasana is a basic pose that's shared with both yoga and Qigong. You close your eyes, you feel your feet solidly in the earth, and you feel the palms begin to relax and open as they face forward. And the top of the head right here at the crown, connected all the way down through all those points of cervical, thoracic, all the way down to the lumbar spine and the tailbone. Maybe put your thumb on your tailbone and your third finger of the left hand or right hand right on top of the crown here. And feel that long connection down. And just breathe now softly. As we begin Tai Chi Chih, 19 movements in one pose. Inhale first, and then exhale down and back towards the back of the foot, and then towards the front, releasing the heels. Rocking motion is first of 19 movements in one pose. Good. And draw with your index finger a figure 8 on each side here, because you're bringing in energy from the earth here towards the heavens, and there's endemically a figure 8 there, which is the symbol of long health and happiness and health. And now we release that to bring the palm up within that figure 8 and go back towards the heels. Inhale forward, exhale back towards the heels. Three more. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Good. Bring your feet into a V as we prepare to go into bird flaps its wings. Inhale first and ground it through the earth. And then as you prepare, bring your palms in for the inhale and out as you do the exhale and come to the front of the feet. For bird flaps its wings. You're on the edge of a branch. Inhale here and exhale out there. And the third showing of the wings is a slight circle just forward and then back of the wrists. Second cycle of 3. Everything is in 9s. 2. Breathe in. 3. Breathe out and hold that sense of having finished that bird's almost flying. And then we have a third cycle. Inhale, sink. Rise. It's called sinking and rising. We don't rise up to the balls of the feet. We just are flat on the floor. 2. Good. Now rise. And 3. This is actually great for the knees because you're not dropping that much, but you're dropping enough that you can feel that sense of releasing any tension in the knees. And inhale and sink it down. Beautiful. Now our weight shifts, the primary one is going to be the forward back weight shift, which occurs just the next thing. So you're going to inhale towards the right. I like to think of just, hitchhiking over to the right. And then that releases the weight into that yan leg, your balance leg. And now you bring your yin leg forward, which is straight. And just the heel dropped. Now you're going to come around the outside of that front knee, which is your left, and inhale back to the other side. And now let's exhale back to the other side. You want to feel the sense of both. Inhaling here and exhaling, going back, bringing the energy to the back foot, and it bends. Around the platter in chest-high water. You'll do this 9 times. We'll call this 5, 6. You're going outside that left foot. 7. And you start over here. 8. And the last one is 9. Good. Bring the foot in. Inhale. Sink it down. Now shift your weight over towards the left because you're going to bring this right leg forward. So this is your support leg here. And now you're going to release that right leg. You're going to come around it outside the knee. Okay, so inhale here. 2, 3, inhale, and then exhale right opposite the heart. 4. Start your circle at the right and bring it back to the left. 7, 8, and 9. Good. Bring that right leg in. Inhale to sink it through the earth. And let's double ground it. Bring it to the heart on your inhale and exhale down to the abdomen. And we'll triple ground it. Bring it to your head. Inhale up. Exhale down slowly. And then, because we're all in California, well, not all of us today, but some of us are, you're going to bring it up to our mountains. Open on the inhale. And exhale back down slowly. This is creating relaxation response in the body. The exhale is really important for that. Good. Now we're going to move into a round the platter variation. So shifting to your right, bring your left heel forward. Pick up a ball of energy here, right at your left shoulder. And then you're going to carry it around and drop it opposite your heart here on the exhale. And come back towards your right foot. Everything starts on your left. Beautiful. As you shift forward, you're going to feel the back heel lift. As you shift back, you're going to feel the front toe lift. And there's a glide through the center before either the toe lifts right there, or whether the heel lifts and back when you get forward. So you want to eventually coordinate all of that movement, which works the acupressure points in the foot. One more here. And bring that left foot in for you, and inhale and sink it down. Single grounding between sides. Shift towards your left and bring your right heel forward. Good, and we're going to start that circle over here. You pick up a ball of energy on this right side now. Inhale it. And you sink it right in the center and come back. You can think of it maybe like you're picking up a piece of shell or something right there because it's circular, and the Qigong points are talking to each other right there. And then you release that over the water, and the heel of the hand, which is right here, is going to be level all the way around. And it's a big circle. With a forward back shift. Let's do 3 more. Fingertips are up as we make this connection, like we're carrying something there that we love, something precious, and then we let it go. Good. Inhale. Exhale and sink it down into the earth. And we'll inhale again up to the heart, because we've just finished the right side. And we're going to take it all the way up this time and slight back bend the upper spine. So when you come up here, feel that spine release as you open up towards the sun or the moon. Inhale and then sink it back down slowly. Slowly down. And our next move is going to be the drums, bass drums. You're going to shift to the right, bring your left heel forward, and come around the drum. The rim of the drum is here. Inhale forward and exhale back. It's right outside your breasts. And it's a circle here. Inhaling this circle, and then exhale as you come back with your weight shift. And feel the energy around you. So as you inhale here and come back, notice how the upper body moves with that circle, as well as the hips. And this is an inhale here as you come forward, and an exhale as you come back. And when you connect to all of that, we call that expansion here and contraction coming back. You really have something, because that's creating the chi, or your intrinsic energy, that connection of the oxygenation of the blood with the mind connecting with the heart, and the focus is supreme. One more here on the left side of bass drum. And then bring in your left foot. Inhale here to sink it through the ground. Single grounding. Shift towards your left to bring the right heel forward. And start again with bass drum. And we call this, when the palms are moving right together like this coordination here, we call that polarization. So there's a polar point in each center of the palm, and they're connecting as if they talked in space. Energy. Your intrinsic energy that we're cultivating is called the chi. And it's so slow, so circular, and so soft, and so moving from the center body. And one more on your right. Beautiful. Nice work. Inhale here. Let's inhale, sink it down. And if you don't have water nearby, you might want to get it now. I'm going to take a couple sips myself because we did all that Qigong first. Then we'll go right on with this. Our next one is daughter on the mountaintop, followed by daughter in the valley. We shift to the right to bring the left forward. And you're really in Tadasana pose again with the palms open like this. You're going to come up the mountain here, 2 mountains, and exhale down through the central trail with the left hand close to the heart, 2 circles. Connecting the wrists here with your left hand behind the right. Yes, good. Breathing in, breathing out. And 2 more. Beautiful. Bring the foot back in. Inhale to sink it through the earth. Shift towards your left. And we bring the right forward. For daughter on the mountaintop. And you're coming up, really coming down like this so that the feeling is of these 2 circles. And the inner circle is you. The outer circle is someone else you love. Ready? Daughter on the mountaintop on the right side. So your right foot is forward. You start with the heel on the ground, and then you gradually come forward and bend that front leg. And then you come back and bend the back leg, and the front toe comes up. When you get forward, the back heel lifts, but you glide through the middle. So it's very feeling of slowness here with your weight shift. And it looks pretty good because I see you're keeping the head up from the body, and you're not bringing the head down because we want to have the gaze come from the center of the forehead. That's your drishti point in yoga. The point that you see vaguely from the third eye, the center of the forehead. It has the great feeling of seeing, but not necessarily staring at the computer. So, when you're doing this, just feel like you're free. Six, we'll call it six. We'll do 3 more on your right side of bass drum. Anytime you get tired, have a chair nearby or a stool. You can always stop and watch. And last one. Beautiful. That was Daughter on the Mountaintop. We're going to inhale and sink that into the ground and do a couple groundings. Bring it up to your heart and down on the exhale. Bring it up to your head, your third Dantian energy center. Exhale it down. And then to all the beauty that we see around us, the trees this time. Open it, inhale. Exhale back down slowly. Yeah, this is considered a Taoist practice, which means that you're noticing nature outside and the mountains here. Inhale, sink it down in our beautiful hills. And then all the way up to the sun or the moon and open the spine here. Slight back bend, upper spine. Inhale and then sink it down slowly when you're ready. With groundings, there's no hurry between moves. You always start these at the second side or after the second side. All right, so down, a Daughter on the Mountaintop is followed by Daughter in the Valley. So come up here now. You've just climbed these mountains, and now you're going to exhale down, both of them, and inhale up through the Central Valley. Okay, so we'll do that with a weight shift. That's the way it looks. It paints a heart shape here. Here's your exhale. You come up through the center, and notice how this is the top of the heart. And this is the bottom. So a lot of allegory in these moves. All right, sink it down. Shift to your right. Bring your left forward for Daughter in the Valley. Starting here. Exhaling down and inhaling up through the central trail. And exhaling back. The front toe lifts. Coming forward, the heel ultimately lifts. You bend the front knee, you straighten the back leg. You bend the back leg, you straighten the front leg. Yang is bent and yin is straight. Yang is considered masculine, yin is considered feminine. And they play together in this form, always changing roles. 3 more here on your left side. Beautiful. Last one on the left. Good. Bring the foot back in. Inhale, sink it into the ground. Shift towards your left to bring the right heel forward. And Daughter in the Valley will start on top of the mountains and then come through the valley on the inhale. Through your weight shift. Good, and I can see you're letting your joints go here with the hands so that they don't stiffen. It's beautiful. The palms serve better that way, and then they're rounded, but the fingers are open. If they start to get stiff on you, you can always start to move them here. That gets rid of any stiffness. And then you let them go. And last one of Daughter in the Valley. Inhaling here and releasing over the mountains. Bring that right foot back in and now ground it through the earth. Inhale and exhale. And now you can double ground or triple ground, whatever you want. Inhale to the heart. We'll just double ground it now. And we're going to walk over to your right to start the next move, which is carry the ball to the side. And I think this is super fun. It's kind of like as if you were grass along right where the ocean is making tide pools. So you're going to inhale here. And as you move across, bend this knee, it's the yang leg. Release this knee, it's the yin leg. And go across, moving from hip to hip, bringing your knees with you. 3 times. A 3 times 3 move. Bring in your right foot. Inhale, exhale. Wind up. Release that heel, the left heel. Come across. Moving with your hips and your knees. The knees are kind of really spongy here. Sink. And one more over here towards your left. Beautiful. Bring in that outside leg. Sink it down. Wind up towards your left to go right. Release the heel. And you're going to move this way. And let the arms, which are generally heavy, let go. Let them go. 3. And now bring in the foot. Sink. Wind up. Release the heel. Second cycle of 3. Sink on the exhale. And we'll do one more here. 1, 2, 3, and keep it feeling fluid, even if we're moving slow or fast. You want to feel the sense of a legato, like you have in music, really smooth, no effort. So the most important thing is that when we're learning something new, you want to keep the beginner's mind and make lots of mistakes. Go for it. Sink. And the last one. Beautiful. Okay. So sometimes I take that back another time, but I think today we'll just go right to our next move, which is push pull. And you're going to shift to your right to bring your left foot forward and push from the heel of the hand, which is right here. This is an exhale out. So you'll be going exhaling out, push, and you'll be pulling back with the heel of the hand coming back to the heart. And that's the inhale. So it's like exhale, shh, and inhale back. Okay, we'll do that now with a weight shift. Ready? Sink it down. Shift to your right. Release your left heel. Inhale first. And inhale back. Inhale first, but then exhale. Inhale back. I think if you make a sound, it helps. Say shush. Shh. Now inhale back. Shh. Now take the sound away and just exhale. And place your tongue on the upper palate. See how that feels. Breathing, exhaling through the nostrils. Inhaling back. Two more. Push. pull. Notice how it's a circle. Good. Bring the foot back, inhales, exhale, single grounding, shift towards your left, release your right heel, pushing out with the heel of the hand to make a circle. Inhale first, now exhale. Turn the palm towards each other and then come back to your heart. Inhale. That's it. Beautiful. Exhale. So if we keep the rhythm going here, it's just beautiful circle that never ends. It's also referred to as giving and receiving energy. So you can definitely give out here and then take that gift of inhaling it back from the other person. It's wonderful. Giving and receiving energy. It makes us smile, doesn't it? The whole idea of a gift, giving someone the gift, but the giver gets more. You inhale back to your heart. Push out, push up, turn the palms towards each other and bring them back to you. Two more on your right side. And last one. Good. Bring the right foot in. Breathe in, sink it down. And we'll double ground it. Bring it to the heart. And down on the exhale. Bring it to the head. Extend the spine. Feel the spine lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then feel it still lengthened as you exhale down in relaxation response. Beautiful. Okay, our next move is pulling in the energy from the farthest star. You'll shift to your left, to your right first, bring the left forward. You're going to pull in the energy from the fingertips here, from the most distant star, and it also involves a visualization. So see that star you're bringing the energy from. Inhale. And take it in. Take the energy back to your heart on the inhale here. Here's the inhale here, and this is the exhale coming back. But you'll need to inhale across the body and then exhale here right opposite the heart. And you're bringing the energy into the fingertips. You might want to look at it a second. Sometimes that brings more attention to the chi. And focus. And then look up at the star. Feel the energy you're pulling in. We say sometimes it is the energy of love, peace, resilience, giving, and community, or whatever you want to make it. And one more here, usually resembling 5 fingers, whatever those wishes are. Inhale, sink it down, shifting towards our left to bring the right heel forward, and we'll start the circle moving this way outside of the right foot. Very slowly, so that the weight shift forward and back is actually guiding the rhythm of the arms. The arms know their own pattern. The weight shift is basically just back and forward. Inhaling here, exhaling back. And we'll do 3 more. Inhaling, energy from the farthest star. And perhaps envisioning a scene in which you did something like this when you looked outside and saw the star. And bring the foot back in. Inhale and exhale. And we'll double ground it, bringing it to the heart. Triple ground it, bring it to the head. And bring it all the way up. Slight back bend of the upper spine. Inhale up. Open to the most distant star. And inhale and exhale slowly down. In relaxation response. To come into the tafis next. You're going to bring your left hand under the right elbow. You're going to bring your left heel out. You're going to pull, let the weight shift pull the palms apart. And the underneath hand moves up. It's the yan hand. And the upper hand moves down. It's the yin hand. It's going to support there. Or actually, the yan hand, sorry. So this is the yin hand supporting the strong leg. It's going up towards heaven. And the one that's coming down is the yan leg. Here, the yan hand supporting the back leg. Just notice how this hand moves up. It's lighter, it's moving towards heaven. And then it moves down and it's heavier, it's moving towards the yin leg. So anyway, the opposites attract here. And then they separate. Basic taffy. You're moving through heavy air in the center. So here's the heavy air here. And it lets go. And it lets go. It encourages us to use our core. But let go. So we're playing with the energy here. And come back to the left. Left hand under is the invite hand in Qigong. Whatever hand is under is the invite hand in this particular move. And this next one is going to be another, it's the first variation, another way of looking at the same thing. A variation adds an element of moving forward. So your left hand is going to move under, and then the foot will come forward with taffy. Then you come back, you square the hips, inhale, exhale, to ground it. Then bring your left hand under and pull the palms apart. And your left hand moves that way. And now we're going to bring the right foot forward. And the left hip is grounded and back. Open. Square the hips. Bring the right hand under to as the invite hand and move to the right. Sink. Use your invite hand to move the left. Now move forward with the right, and your right hand is under. Open. And then back to the regular first taffy that you learned. That was just a variation. We'll do one more here, moving to the left. Beautiful. And with our second variation is called circles taffy. It reminds me a little bit of jump roping as a kid. So you're going to inhale here, feet are in a V. You're going to sink down, sink, and rise to the balls of the feet. Sink, rise, sink, rise a little bit here, but not much. You're going to actually wind up to bring this over to the left. Sink. Second cycle of this three-part move. Here we go. Circles taffy. 1, 2, 3. Now bring your right hand under and pull the hand over here underneath to the right. And that'll drag you over there. Sink. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Left hand under the right elbow. Pull it over to the left and draw in your right foot. Sink. We'll do 2 more cycles, one that way and back this way, okay? Circle, circle, circle. Right hand under, moving to the right. The palms come apart with a weight shift. Sink. Inhale first before you begin the next set. 1, 2, 3. Then bring the left hand under and pull to the left. Beautiful. That's circles taffy. That's a second variation of basic. And the third variation, it has a heel step. So when you do the heel step, you just do this flexing of the foot and dropping the heel. Flex, drop. You move through the whole foot here. So you come across to the toes, then you release the other heel, come to energy right end at the toes, and then drop the other foot. It's a little bit like a Charlie Chaplin walk, if you've ever seen his old movies. You use that for the tramp. And the knees are fairly spongy here. You lift up a little bit with that knee and drop it. Good. Perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Big name. And oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is that when you come across, you're doing a heart protector move with this. So your heart protector move looks like this. It comes down the arm without touching. And then it comes down this arm without touching. But it's the heart protector move. It's just where we have our shots. It's right along that whole area. Okay, so that is added in here. Ready? Perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Left hand under. Pull. Right hand under. The invite hand helps. If you just think that invite hand's the underneath hand, you're moving to the left, and now you're moving to the right. And you got this cute little heel step here. Flex the foot and then drop the heel first. Good. And we'll make this the last one now, back to the left. Inhale it. Sink it down. And double ground it. As we come into working the pulley. Your left foot will come forward. This hand's going to move forward like this. The other hand will move back to do the same thing. Ready? Here we go. So your dominant hand now is your left. Exhale forward. Inhale back with that hip, and that'll draw the body to the side. And you slide across, always keeping the connection of heel, knee, and hip as you move from side to side. So slide now on your back heel, or your front heel. Slide now on your back ball of the foot. When you're coming forward, you're sliding on your back ball of the foot. When you come back, you're sliding on the front heel. And it takes a few years to figure this one out. Maybe about 27 for me. But basically, it should feel good. So you can also make it a shorter front back weight shift, and that allows that freedom there to slide on the back ball of the foot and slide on the front heel as you keep knee, hip, and ankle together, and upper body too, of course. One more here on your left side. Good. Bring that foot back in. Inhale. Sink it down. Shift towards your left to bring your right heel forward. You're going to bring this right hand forward and the left hand back underneath the hip bone here. And slide on the back ball of the foot and slide on the front heel. Really slowly is the best way to begin to get this. Working the pulley on your left side now. Exhaling forward and inhaling this hip back. And the other hand is the companion hand. It's just going to follow what the other hand did. Good. We'll make this the last one now on your right side. Bring the foot back in. Inhale to exhale after that. And we'll do a couple of groundings here because we're moving towards the end of the practice. We next do light at the top of the head, light at the temple. Feet will be in a V as you sink and rise. Sinking down, coming up to the crown of the head for light at the top of the head. And sink and rise. Good. Let the palms face each other here in a circle of energy, the Tao basically, and blend this feeling of energy by turning the palms about 9 times. With the fingertips up, and then hold that energy and sink and rise and let it go. 3 times. Out into the world and back to your heart with your left hand on top on the inhale. Sink it down. Feet are still in a V as you come into light at the temple. Coming back behind the ears to the temples. Inhale and sink and rise. Let it go. And now we'll circle the energy right here of yin and yang, all the opposites. And this point, light at the temple, is important because it's suggesting that when we hold it, that we maintain our thought, speech, and action in some way, our truth. And we exhale and inhale as we sink and rise. And send the energy back to the earth. And bring our left hand first as it comes up on the inhale. And we move into joyous breath next. A little bit opening of the feet, but still the V. Inhale. And exhale everything out. And now inhale up to balls of the feet and sink down 4 times on some kind of exhale. Heels down. Joyous breath. Make it fun. Last one. Heels down. Beautiful. Joyous breath. Such a grandfatherly. Exhale down. And now with our feet in a V, we come into passing clouds. All things change. Exhale. Inhale. Brush the elbow. Just make sure you breathe through this. All things change as the clouds pass. Or more. And we sometimes follow the mirror hand, but actually we're supposed to let it go here because it's a moving meditation. Inhale and sink it down. As we come into the 6 healing sounds, heart is ho. Spleen is hu. Liver is su. Lungs are sh. Triple heater is she. And the last one is for the kidneys, and it's chui. Okay, here we go. Ho. Hu. Su. Sh. Sh. She. She. Chui. Chui. Ready? Say repeat. Ho. Hu. Go forward and back. Su. Right hand. Sh. She. Chui. And you go back again. This is 5 chuis. Chui for the kidneys. Chui. Turn the palms upside down. Thumbs are close by. Chui. Chui. Come back in. Circle the energy of yin and yang. Bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone. For cosmic consciousness pose. Hold 30 seconds. Bring the palms together with the left hand closer to the heart. Interlace the fingers to bring them overhead in gratitude. Open the legs to ground yourself. 13,000 years of Qigong. 6 centuries of Tai Chi. Opening the palms. And the gratitude we have for the teacher of Justin Stone, Wen Shan Wang, and Justin Stone himself for 19 movements in one pose. 1974. Thank you for your practice.